far as
Yeah.
trending projects in the last week or so has definitely been Utes. From the 27th of March, people were able to move the Utes over to Polygon, and they have performed incredibly well. If you have a look here, the floor price is currently sitting at 2.2 Ethereum or 2.25. Which is really quite incredible. The nice thing about where we at in the space at the moment compared to where we were when I came in 2.5 years ago is just because it's on Polygon, it doesn't mean it's not visible. It's on all the marketplaces still,
Right.
which is so cool. Usama Solana, if you go through the Magic Eden here, you can still see DeGods when they're going to be on ETH. You can now still see Utes. It's
Cool.
quite cool. I really dig it. So as Cade always says, I am also really, really enjoying the art of this collection.
Yeah, I'm
I
getting one.
love
I'm getting
seeing
one at
it.
some point.
I love seeing it sitting at such a decent floor, and I really believe that this is great to see. I mean, to Ethereum, what more could you ask for?
Mhm.
They've had 12,000 so far have moved across of the
So great.
15,000, which is incredible. He's done a really good job at incentivizing people to move them across. And hats off to him. Credit where credit due. I'm very happy to see this.
Dude, yeah, and the I'm not gonna say the floor ones are fantastic, but a lot of the art, even the floor ones, are pretty like generally pretty good. Like that one right there, 2.45, the one with the horns and the glasses. That's fire. It's a fire NFT right there. And like that's
I
pretty
was
much on the
looking at this
floor.
one
So
for you, Kate. He got his
oh
glasses
man,
on.
that's a really cool one too. I fuck with that one. I'm not gonna probably pay like I'm gonna wait until we're in a
Oh,
really,
this
really,
one.
really disgusting bear market, like so bad where people are like considering leaving again, for real, and then I'll buy some of these projects because there's just no reason. Like once you buy it, you're in, but like there's no reason for me to spend, what is that, $4,000 on a picture when I can just wait a little
So
bit
look,
longer.
whenever exactly, I mean, I definitely agree. Always, whatever Kate and I say is not financial advice. There's a chance that these go to 40 ETH, just as
True.
much as there's a chance that they go to zero, and we don't know. However, in general, my feeling is what Kate is saying. When something is in the limelight, like this is, it's like literally moved over like the last few days, and everyone is talking about it. That is not
Mhm.
the time to get into a collection because in a week or two when everyone's talking about something else in the space, that's when you start to see the floor slowly dropping, and probably in a month or two is when you'd be able to pick them up at what the market will determine at that stage to be fair value, which all things equal should in theory be less than what they are when the spotlight is on them like they have been at the moment.
Yeah, and honestly, guys, like I feel like it's like the most fucking kicking a dead horse in the ass 100 million times. But like, if y'all can wait and be extra patient, and then when you feel like you've been patient enough, be even more patient, bro. You can get stuff at disgusting cheap prices if you just wait, because there will be a time where Frank is busy for a month straight, not active on Twitter, and people go, oh man, fuck you. It's like this, that, and the other, and then if it dumps like 40% in like 3 days, and it holds there. And then suddenly, I'm just throwing out numbers, but like Utes is sitting at 0.5 ETH or something for like a couple days, and you're like, this is my chance. It's the same with like all the projects. There's a bunch of projects that I've been excited to kind of start looking at that are just much lower, not for any particular reason. It's just kind of like, people don't want to hold these JPEGs sometimes. And there's those waves where they go up and down. If you're patient enough and you're not just like feeling like, oh, this is one that I'm never going to find one on the floor that looks just like this at this price, you will. You will always find one.
Yeah. So I mean that's the thing. You got to be careful with FOMO. You don't want to have that fear of missing out. I really like this one, Kate, for you.
Oh,
The one with it's got glasses, but it's also
dude,
got the gold
crown.
crown. I like
Crown
in
is
general
such
the
a good
smile
piece.
trait.
Me too.
That's a really cool one. And as
Dude,
we get to the full ETH, you're starting to see a
those are
couple of
clean.
crown ones.
Those are
Yeah, I really like
clean.
them. I'll say one more thing, Kate, just to add on to what you were saying. You also don't want to try and time the exact bottom of any market at any stage because that's a fool's game anyway.
True.
I
True.
mean, in theory, if you completely believe in the founder, the project, and all the rest of that, whether you get in at the exact bottom, which let's just say for argument's sake is half an Ethereum, versus getting in at zero point 0.7, if they
Yep.
moon to 50 ETH one day, who cares if you got it at half an ETH or 0.7? And it might never go to half an ETH, and you were waiting when they were 0.7, and then you never really get in. So, at some point, you've got to just, pull the trigger when it feels more or less right, without it being timing the bottom. But definitely when a project's in the limelight like y00ts is this week, this is not the best time to buy. There's no question about that in my mind, for me.
Yo, real quick, do you want to make us full screen? There's something I thought about the other day that was like an interesting way to think about trading. So I was in
Sure.
a trading thing, and I was in a trading night with some people, and he said trading's a lot like breathing. And then he moved on to the next topic. And when he said that, like you guys know, I've been super deep in meditation for a little while now, and breath work has been huge for me. And I've been doing that for years, but not anything like super intentional and super successful, honestly. But now I have. And what was interesting is when you hold your breath, which would be like the equivalent of like the market going up, there's only a certain point where you can hold your breath until you're just like, and you dump it all out really quick, which is what happens in the market when you hit that top. It's that peak FOMO, peak FOMO, peak FOMO. You're holding your breath. You can't hold it any longer. And then it crashes like so fast, right? But it doesn't happen a lot of times with a pump up as quickly. Like I feel like the market can drop a little bit faster than it can rise up, but not in all cases. But like I feel like generally speaking, if you see like a Bitcoin rise, so it's sort of a little bit more of a gradual uprise, but Bitcoin can crash overnight 80%, no problem. And I think it's similar when you exhale all the way out and you want to breathe in, or for example, you were holding your breath underwater and you want to go up for air, you actually can't take a massive breath in the way you can breathe out, right? You like if you're like gasping for breath and you're trying to get a breath, usually it's like when you're first getting your breath back, and that's kind of like how the market goes back up. It like slowly goes up a little bit slower than the exhale. And I just thought that was so crazy because when you're breathing normally like this, it's like the normal, like ups and downs, the normal ups and downs in the market. And I was just like, wow, the synchronicity is there is actually kind of crazy when I thought about it, because everything is the same. Everything's like a paradox in and on itself. And I don't know, bro. I don't even know. Maybe I just been meditating too much, but I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, and not funny. I think it's clever. I think definitely there is something to it. How are you feeling this week? And last week you were very
Oh
much
yeah.